Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Merkah Kudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, Ahmad Bayan, coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Merkah Kudash. Alright, so Salakia. Right. Now we're gonna play a video here. Alright. And we're gonna bring out some scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying to the nation of Israel. Alright, so without further ado, now you see into the top, it says Esau's world is ending. Alright, now this, Edomite looking trick here, will say certain things, pertaining to what the brother posts up here. GMS get this work too. Alright, so as I say, without further ado, let's begin.
Does anybody else feel like the world's ending? Because I personally, hold on. I feel like it's ending. Because it's not only like, clearly I just created a fake fucking TikTok just to vent because I don't want to talk to anybody in my personal life about this shit, and I don't want to post on my personal page, about things. But I feel like the world is fucking ending. And it's because not only like, okay, I'm going through my own shit and I feel like I just can't handle any more fucking battles. Like, my body is literally shutting down. My mind is gone. Like, I disassociate everywhere that I go, no matter who the fuck I'm around. Like, I try, to put on that front, but it's the point where, like, you can see now that I'm not doing good. But my point is that no matter who the fuck I talk to, whether it's a family member, a friend, I mean, hell, I could even, my fucking waxing lady, a stranger that I just meet and we just chit chat for a minute, it's everybody that's going through this like insane shit. And I feel like the only fucking cause that there's all of this madness is that the world's fucking ending. I mean, it's the only thing that genuinely makes sense to me, that the world is ending. Because I know that it's not just me, but it's everybody that I know that's having these battles. And I'm sure multiple of you are also having these battles. So the only explanation is that the fucking world is ending, right? I mean, it makes sense.
All right. Now we see in that the Lord, is revealing, a lot of things unto people, have them feeling it in the spirit that the time that we're living in. All right. And it have some jakes out there, they understand that they're living in the last days, but at the end of the day, they have that doke kind of way about them, that they still have hope in Esau. Alright, the so-called white man, they still have hope in these devils. They still believe that these devils is going to come with some sort of brilliant idea to stop the madness that is happening around the world today. Now, just before I bring out a script here, this is just showing you that Salakia, what was to say, just before I bring out a script here, is that this devil Esau Edom, alright, the top banking families, alright, this is all of their plan. Alright, this is their plan where it is they're bringing chaos on the earth. Alright, that's why a lot of people are feeling it in this wrongs. Alright, they're going through a lot of problems financially, You know, they're going through problems in work, they're going through problems at home, they're going through problems relationship wise and whatnot. You know, it have a lot of things taking place around the earth. All right, and this is just showing you that the Lord is visiting the earth. All right, now people looking for people who are lost actually are looking for Esau Edom to come with a brilliant idea to stop this madness. Now, he self bringing the madness, and then he's going to bring a solution to stop the madness. All right, which is coming in a form of a rice grain and a chip in your brain. All right, that is the RFID total chip. All right, that this devil is coming with for everyone to take. Okay. Now, the Lord is he sent his prophets, you know, he sent his prophets out there on the highways and hedges to warn you all and let you all know, you know, what time it is, you know, what time we're living in, you know, to basically bring back the nation of Israel back to the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, this is what the Lord did. All right, he brought us out of the world and bring us into this truth. All right, to warn you all. All right, but again, Israel, you know, Israel don't want to listen. All right, let's just bring out the scripture real quick. This is Matthew 5:17. It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I'm not come to destroy, but to fulfill. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua he came back to do what? To fulfill. All right, he's not here to destroy the prophets. He's not here to destroy the law of Yahweh, of the Mosai. All right, because he has us here preaching this word, warning you all to turn back to him. All right, the scripture also go into where it is he say turn back to him and he shall heal your land. All right, that's roughly paraphrasing. But Israel would not obtain it. Israel would not understand. Israel, you know, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, they would not want to follow in righteousness. All right, they rather follow in wickedness. So when you hear this word from the prophets, all right, which the Lord is speaking through the men of the Lord, all right, whether all you want to accept that or not, the Lord is speaking through the men of the Lord, all right, letting you all know the time that we're living in, and letting you all know that Esau, you know, the so-called white man, his world is ending. All right, not the entire earth where the world is going to blow up and thing. It's not like that. It's a age. All right, and Esau time is coming to an end, as we see and how things are happening on the earth today. Esau time is coming up. All right, where he's going to be out of power. And Israeli so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are going to get the rulership next. All right, Lord willing. Now let's just go to Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. All right, because here the girl was saying you know, she find it have a lot of, you know, that's roughly paraphrasing what she was saying. You know, she find that, you know, in her spirit it telling her that you know, we living in the end. You know, that's why you're seeing so much of different things taking place on the earth today. But what the scripture say here, Matthew 10:34, It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. Alright? I came not to send peace, but a sword. Alright? The Lord came to bring a sword. Alright? A division among everyone. Chaos, mayhem, plagues, floods, fire, hail, storms, tornadoes, all these different things the Lord is bringing on this earth. And this has to show you how that we are living in the end of times. Verse 35, it says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. You see that? So there's a lot of, a lot of things is taking place. All these things, this what I just read here, this is the same exact thing taking place on earth today. Alright? And if you're not seeing that, well, then you completely blinded. Alright? You completely blinded to not see the time that we're living in. Because we are living in a very serious time. Alright? A very serious time we're living in. You staying in the book of Matthew, we go into Matthew 24. Matthew chapter 24. And verse 6. It says, I'll start from verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So how everything started off. Everything started off with rumors of wars and whatnot. Alright? That's what we saw. That's what we saw. So let's continue now. You're going down. Verse 7, it says, for nations shall rise against nation. Alright? Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. You're not seeing these things taking place? What the young lady was saying, what she was talking about. She have a feeling that she living in the end of time, but she correct. And this is showing you that the Lord is pouring out the Spirit upon all flesh. Alright? Some people seeing it happening and they're not seeing anything. And some people seeing things happening and they coming out like, the lady there. Alright?
It's ending.
They coming out like her, and actually saying it without saying it through their own mouth. Alright? To show that, look, people noticing what's happening. The prophets of the Lord have been sighing and crying for how long now? Warning all you, telling all you the time that we're living in. But all you would rather hear it from a rich man. As the scripture say, when a rich, just roughly paraphrasing, when a rich man speaketh, everyone incline their ear to hear. But when the poor man speak, if he stutter, or if he stutter, they quick to come together and bring him down. They want to know who's he. When all they first hear me, they want to know who's me. When they hear the other brothers preaching this word on YouTube and on TikTok and these other media platforms and whatnot, they want to know who's this man, who's this boy, who's this fellow. Not understanding that we are the prophets of the Lord. Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. When the girl talking just now there, watch how she singing sorrowful. You seen a lot of people mourning today. Why? Because the wicked is an authority. When the wicked is an authority, the people mourn. We're not seeing no one, we're not seeing anyone glad and happy how they living today. We're seeing a lot of murders taking place. We're seeing a lot of stealing taking place. We're seeing a lot of mourning. Verse 9 it says, Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall delete you, shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Alright? The elect is being hated today. Alright? The man of the Lord is being hated today. Because why? We preaching this word. We sighing and crying. Warning all you. What you saw doing us? You saw shadow banning our videos. You saw trying to bring us down. You saw taking out. You saw deleting our videos. Alright? They want to make laws where it is they're taking off the men of the Lord on the streets. They want to stop us from preaching this word. But at the end of the day, they can't do anything against the truth but for the truth. So the more they come with the wicked devices and the different traps and whatnot, the so-called traps, they ain't doing anything to really harm us. You understand? As I say, they can't do anything against the truth but for the truth. It's the Lord who pushing them to do that. And it's for a reason. Alright? Verse 10 it says, And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. You see in all these things taking place, a lot of hates. Alright? A lot of confusion taking place in the family houses and whatnot. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. You see in IUIC. Alright? What's this camp again? ISUPK. We see all these different, false prophets out there. The pastors and all these people out there in these churches and them, aka harlot houses, preaching false doctrine and not warning the people about what come in. The phone had a chime on that. Alright? Verse 12 it says, And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see a lot of many people, the love of what they had amongst each other and whatnot, all these things turn bitter. Alright? The world right now is in a bitter state. Why? Because the Lord brought that sword, that division among everyone. Alright? He also using Esau Edom. Esau Edom is also known as a sword. He's also a weapon on the left hand side to bring a lot of the different plagues. Alright, these different plagues coming in with as diseases and these different kind of things that Esau bringing. Alright, the Lord is using that vessel, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, to push these things. Alright, you have to understand this is the Lord's movie. Verse 13 it says, But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Who will endure to the end? The elect of Israel, starting with the 144,000 men. Alright? They are the ones who are going to endure to the end. Verse 14 it says, And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Why it's going around all nations? Why every single country, every nation is going to hear this word? Because Israelites are scattered on the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations. So this word has to be preached on the four corners of the earth. Alright? Through the social media, through the satellites, and so forth. Alright? It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So when the girl was talking about the end, she think that she living in the end, she's right. Because we seeing that the end is coming. Alright? For some of all might say, you know, it delaying. But you know, as the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It would not tarry. Alright? It will not tarry. Let's get a couple of more scriptures real quick and close it off. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the nation of Israel. The 2 Chronicles 15. Let me see something. Alright. 2 Chronicles 15:6. It says, and nations was destroyed of nation, and city of city, for power did vex them with all adversities. Alright. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, nation fought against nation, and city against city, for power was troubling them with every kind of problem. And we're seeing a lot of people going through problems today, not so? A lot of hell taking place on the earth. But yet still Israel still don't want to listen. Israel think that, you know, we as the men of the Lord, you know, we just coming up with these things on our own. We, you know, we just talking, you know, we just talking and playing the ass. No, we're not. We letting you, we warning all and letting all know the time that we're living in. Alright? But as the scriptures say, what if some didn't believe? This is Isaiah 9:19. It says, through the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. Wow. So we know the Lord is bringing this wrath upon the earth. Alright? And we're seeing that the land is darkened. Meaning what? There's a lot of bad times. A lot of evil times on the earth today. Alright? The scripture comes to my mind. That's roughly paraphrasing. Shall there be evil on the city and the Lord has not done it? It's the Lord who bringing all this evil on this earth. Some of you all think it's the government, but not knowing that the government is under that umbrella of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the elites. These are the people who are pulling the strings. These are the people who are on the left-hand side, you know. These are the people who are doing the wickedness on the earth today. This is why this place is like this today. Alright? It's staying in the book of Salakia. I'll go back. Yeah. It's staying in the book of Isaiah 19. And we read from verse 2. It says, Isaiah 19 and verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother. and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. We see in all these things taking place. We read it in Matthew. All right. We see that the end is near. But Israel still don't want to hear. Israel still want to look at it like, they still have hope. This is just to show you how our people today trust in that so-called white man. Because that so-called white man tell them, hey, they give them a white image, with blonde hair and blue eyes to worship. And they think that, that God that they worshiping, he looked like the so-called white man, so that had to be the God too. This is just how foolish and dotish our people is today. Not understanding that our true power is a so-called black man. Alright? Let's read over verse 2. Isaiah 19:2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Alright? We're seeing right now Putin and America and all of them, China, all of these, all of these Edomites, they're coming together to fight each other. All these heathens coming against each other to fight each other. Egypt against Egypt. It says here, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Alright? All these things are written in the scriptures. Why? Because Esau time is up. Alright? Esau time is up. Let's get 2nd Esdras chapter 6. We start from 6. 2nd Esdras 6 and 6. It says here, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone. Salakia. Let's start from verse 7. 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting us under of the times? Alright, Salakia. I had to pause it just now there to do something. Alright, 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. Alright, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting us under of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that follow it? Alright, so we seeing, as we mentioned many times in our videos and whatnot, Esau kingdom / queendom is coming down. Alright, this devil. Alright, we seeing all these things is taking place on the earth. This is just showing that everything is crumbling. Now Esau himself is making these things, making the world crumble in this kind of way. Alright, why? Because he wants to bring his order. He wants to bring his RFID total chip in order for people to buy or sell and whatnot. Alright? That is his cherry on top. This is what he wants to do. He wants to be like the Most High. But while he's doing this, he's thinking that he's doing this on his own, but it's really Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai working through him for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai to bring judgment onto him, to destroy him, and for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai to bring this place into righteousness. Alright? So as it says here again, 2 Ezra 6 and 7, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? Verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And that's just showing you that Jacob, you know, Jacob's name was turned to what? Israel. Alright, so Jacob's hand did hold Esau's foot. That's just showing you that that's just a representative of Esau being pulled down, you know, from Jacob. Alright, pulling down the stronghold. Alright. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Alright, so just pulling him down. And this is what we see in Esau going through right now. Esau getting pulled down, you know, through the spirit of the Lord mouth. The spirit of the Lord mouth is what? The prophets. They preaching this word and heralding the coming of the Lord. They speaking things in existence. This is what we're doing today. And this is why you're seeing all these things taking place on the earth. Because the Lord is speeding up the time for the elect's sake. Verse 9, it says, for Esau, alright, the so-called white man, the top banking families, alright, the small hatters. For Esau is the end of the world, meaning the end of an age. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that means Jacob is getting next. Israel is getting next. Alright? So with that, I hope this lesson here was edifying. I will say shalom.